Hi guys, and Happy New Year. My God, what a cold start to the year we've got, haven't we? So, New Year, you know what that means. Yes, the marathon plan is up, it's sorted, it is set. We have, as of now, 16 weeks until the marathon. So that's 16 full weeks of training. Not gonna lie, started this training plan last week. So, as I told you, I'll jump into it and I'll let you see how it looks. So let's just quickly unlock this, straight into runner. So as you can see, we are week 2 of 17. As I say, the 16 weeks from today would have been 17 weeks last week. So I have already done a week. If I scroll back, you'll see that was a missed strength and conditioning set. Let's not go with that. So, for this training, I am sticking at the 3 runs a week with 2 strength and conditioning sets put in there. To begin with, I'm going to start nice and light. I don't want to put myself in too hard. So, I'll slowly build them up to full strength and conditioning sessions in a couple of weeks' time. The thing that I don't want to do is injure myself again and have to take more time off. I've already done that in the last plan. It's not what we need in this plan. So, without further ado, let's get into the full plan. So here we go, we'll dive into the plan. As you can see, this is week 217, as I say, and there are 5 workouts there. So 2 of those, the first one and that one there will be strength workout. You can see that that's one today. So this is Monday, and then we'll go down here, and if I click on plan, you can see that we have the TCS London Marathon plan. Your race, the 26th of April, 2026. And that there is the distance that it thinks I will be covering within the next 16 weeks, which, looking at it like that, is a bit scary. I've done it, yes. I have signed up for 2 extra races on the run through. So let's just have a quick look at those. On the 25th of January, which is only 3 weeks away. I don't know if you can read that. But I've got the Bromley 10K. Then I've booked in for the Dartford Half Marathon on the 22nd of February. And then obviously we've got the London Marathon there on the 26th of April. So I'm quite happy with that. I've finally done what I've said I've been wanting to do for months. And I've signed up to a couple of races. So I'm hoping that might get rid of some of the morning nerves on marathon day, because I'll roughly know, not exactly, obviously, they're no other size, but I will roughly know just what I'm doing and what a mass participation race feels like. So if we go down to this one here, it will give us our plan, and that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. Here we go. So week 1 is complete, as you can see. We've got week 2. So week 2 for us, we've got obviously the easy ones on Tuesdays, intervals or tempo runs on the Thursdays, and the long runs on the Fridays. That's a lie. The long runs on the Sundays, with strength and conditioning on Mondays and Fridays. So as we go through, obviously this week is a 15k long run, and we go through, it builds up 17, and then it's the Bromley 10k. And I've just realised that's literally 3 weeks away. So from there, we'll just keep scrolling down, then it goes up to 19, 21.1, so there is a first half marathon distance being covered there. Easy runs are now up to 10k, tempos are sitting at 9, easy ones staying at 10, up to 24. Then here is the Dartford Half Marathon race. That week dips down just a little bit, just to try and prepare me for that run. But then the next week we are straight back into it. 27k for long run, 22k, up to 30. Dipping down as a nice easy week there. So the easiest week in the middle of this is 9k easy, 7.5k tempo run, and then down here, 15k long run. So that is the easiest run after this week in the whole plan. This is the hardest week here. This is the one. 12k. So what's this? This is 23rd of March to the 29th of March. 55 kilometers in a week. We've got an easy run of 12k, an interval session of 9k, and that long run there, 34k. Then it goes down again. I've got a half marathon there, down to 13k, and then here it is, the race, the London Marathon. And that is it. That is what all this work would have been for, that one day. Will it have been worth it? I think so. I really do. As I've said before, this is something that's deeply meaningful to me, and I was so proud to be running it. That's just a quick overview of what it looks like. Am I worried about any of it? I'd be lying if I said no. Yeah, right now that 34 kilometer long run scares me. And I know some of the paces in there are, if I looked into them deeply, are going to scare me right now as well, because the paces I had to do this week were kind of right on my limit. But the whole idea is that we work through it and I'll get there. Now, some of you eagle-eyed people would have noticed that the longest run in that plan is 34k, but the London Marathon is 42.2. So what am I going to do for the London Marathon for the last 8k? Well, supposedly you shouldn't run a full marathon before you run a full marathon. Sounds counterintuitive, I know. But if you do all the running, all the training, and you pass that, that's essentially giving you enough to get you through that last 8k. So that's saying you have prepared your legs and your body to do the distance. After that, that last 8k, it's a mind game. Hopefully, you'll come with me for these 17 weeks. Hopefully, it'll warm up. I know some of you have probably got colder temperatures than us right now, but where I am, I'm dealing with -6. Feels like temperatures of -9, -10. Even in here, I've come in the gym to do all of this. I can see my breath. It is freezing cold. So hopefully it will start warming up soon-ish, and hopefully we have no injuries and no problems. So if you're up for it, help me through these next 17 weeks, 16 now. Be there for me, be my outlet, be my cheerleaders, be anything you need to be, because I'm gonna need it. All right, I've been suckered into it. January sales, looking online to see what I could find for running, and guess what I've gone and done? And these are the Nike Zoom Fly 6. So I've got my easy runner shoes that you've seen, the teal ones. I've got my new pair of shoes that I got for my birthday, which seem to be amazing long run shoes. And now these are the next step up. Okay, so let me try and explain just what these actually are for you. So to a lot of you, I know it's just a running shoe. Let's just perch you on there. To a lot of you, this is just a running shoe. Now these are something different. These bad boys are pretty much purely for speed. But the big thing about that makes these pop is this in the bottom here. That there is a full carbon fibre plate that runs from heel to toe. So in theory, it propels you forward, helps you on your way. So I think these are definitely a keeper, and they are my new tempo shoe. So you'll be seeing them a lot more in my tempo sessions, and potentially that little 10k that I've got coming up soon. So today is Thursday. So obviously I'm in the gym. The training's been going well so far, the last 2 weeks. Well, week and a half, to be honest. It went well. First week running, hit everything, done fine, not a problem. Second week, I've done the easy run so far, and that's what it looked like. So it wasn't too enjoyable, if I'm being honest. It sucked, but got it done. That was fine. So right, here we are again then, in the gym, headphones in. Let's get this one knocked out. Okay. So, real thoughts about these new shoes? They were good, but they'll take some getting used to. Brilliant for speed, but because of that carbon plate running through it, you sink through a bit of foam, then you hit the plate, then you sink into the other foam, springs it out. So they just feel a bit more solid, which I'm not used to. So I'm going to have to build them up slowly, add them into the rotation, and get faster and further in them that way. In terms of this session, there's meant to be warm up, 5 1 kilometre reps at a fast pace, and then a cool down. I managed 4 of them reps before I decided that I need to step back and just calm down a little bit. So nearly the whole thing, but not quite. But still a good session. So with that being said, the next one is the Sunday run, as I've already mentioned. Here we are, 15k long run, and I'm outside. Still chilly, still windy, but we're out. Right, 5k in, just over. And I know I whinged a lot in the summer about the heat, but it'd be nice if it was just a little bit warmer. I am freezing. Body's warm, which means I'm sweating, which means the sweat's sitting there, then the cold wind's hitting that. I'm freezing that. So it's not nice. Bring back the spring. Although, saying that, I've signed up for a spring marathon, so of course the training's going to be in the winter. Okay, it's on me. Halfway through. Turn that off. Halfway through. And I forget every time I run this road just how freaking long it is. It's impossibly long. Every time I get to the bit where I think I've got to turn around, it was just another road. I've got to keep going. And now I've turned round, I've got to go back. 10k. 10k in, 5 more, which is doable. I can do a 5k. I've done it many times. Still going strong, still feeling fine. Still a bit cold. And that's that. I'm back home. 15 kilometres complete. Oh, that was a good run. I actually really enjoyed that one. It was cold. It was hard, but it was good. Now we are, as I say, into the marathon training. If anyone wants to sponsor me, as I've been saying, click on the little QR, scan the QR code that's up in this corner now, or go to the link in the description, and that'll take you through to my Just Giving page, and it would mean the world to me if you could sponsor me anything at all for this amazing charity, which, once again, Leukaemia Care, and sponsor me for them to do. That was a weird sentence. If you could sponsor me to do this incredible challenge that has not only been a dream of mine for many years, but it's also extremely close to me and extremely emotional for me that I get to do this. So yeah, if you want to sponsor me, scan there or go to the link in the description and I will forever be grateful. On that, I will see you in the next one. And I think, if my maths is correct, that may have my first ever race in it. So I'll see you then. Bye.